Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. We have another video where we got to talk about good old Unifadewalker. Now, this time I promise I'm not going to show you a video with her actual voice because I don't want to hurt you guys' ears. I know I saw the comments. I apologize for hurting your ears, but if I got to go through it, you got to go through it too. I appreciate you. But besides that, we got Unifadewalker again. And the reason why we're talking about Unifadewalker is because they made a post recently that I think exposes two things, right? Number one, how absolutely stupid they are. And number two, how absolutely stupid. No, let me stop. Number one, how stupid they are. Number two, just how much of an actual grifter they are by the definition of the word, because she wants to go out here and call me a grifter simply because I used her image on EA's, for a thumbnail. But at the end of the day, she didn't watch the video. So she makes up this entire narrative, didn't watch the video whatsoever, and just read the title and thumbnail and made up everything from there. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So Eddie, or Unifadewalker, however you want to call her, made this post here and says, wait, do these grifters believe I worked for EA? Are they actually that deranged? OMG, I'm just a random content creator on the internet who went to a game event one time, along with 100 other plus content creators who they never talk about. I was never a dev, morons, okay? And what is she referencing? Well, she's referencing my post that I put out there saying Bioware employees threaten to quit. Former staff exposes company's desire, or lack of desire, I should say, for live service games. Employees threaten to quit. Now, she has her picture here, and the reason why her picture is here and that I used it is because Unifadewalker has been literally crying for weeks now over the fact that Bioware's, what was the studio called? Edmonton Studio? Bioware Studio is essentially being shut down and shuttered, and all her favorite employees that believed in diversity, equity, and inclusion have been getting laid off, and she's been crying about it nonstop. So I figured, since I'm talking about Bioware employees who are threatening to quit, let me use the person who has been crying nonstop about Bioware employees quitting or getting fired. That was the idea behind it. But if she watched the video, she would realize that never once did I mention anything that she's mentioning here. But let's keep going. So then she talks about New Day. Well, New Day says, care to help? What are you calling for targeted harassment against me again? Then she goes down and says, but you're always begging for what exactly? Get me suspended like you did with EA? Get my tweets restricted like you tried during Veilguard? Now, I don't know what any of that has to do with anything, to be honest with you, but let's continue. Then she says the best part. She says, oh, little Hypnotic, did New Day tell you I was a dev and you blindly believed her? Or did you come to this big boy conclusion all on your own? It really is a new kind of stupid, LOL. Well, gladly you admit that one of us is actually a big boy, because at the end of the day, you're just pretending, acting like a bitch. But still, here we go. So my answer to this was, well, Grifter fell for the bait and didn't watch the video. Here you go, retard. The video had nothing to do with you, and I never said you worked for EA. I was talking about the studio and them quitting, and since you've been crying for weeks since they're shuttering, I used you crying as a thumbnail. Watch the video before you end up looking like a goddamn fool, more than you already do, pretending you are anything close to a man while still acting like such a bitch. Now, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this person is absolutely freaking deranged. We already know that. They're one of these people that, quite frankly, lie to everybody. They're a trender, in my opinion, where they're out here pretending to be one thing simply because they know the amount of clout and the amount of free stuff that they can get from it. But I got proof of just how much of a grifter and a liar Eddie Unifadewalker is. So if you're still watching this video, make sure you watch all the way to the end. Here we go. So we got another post that I made here over on X, and this one's pretty fun. So if you look over here, Eddie admits one thing, right? And this is exactly what I predicted in my video. So shout out to Eddie. Thank you for proving that I was right at the end of the day. But Eddie says, OMG, the grifters kicked off over my Avowed review, and the next day I get an email asking if I want to try early access. Thanks, guys, for shilling for me. I didn't have to do anything. Haha. Looks like Avowed is back on the menu, boys. Now, when I made that video, the one thing that I said was the video and the reaction that she made towards Avowed seemed like a job application, right? It seemed like she was trying so hard to put out this fake energy in the hopes to garner some sort of free stuff from this company. She wanted Avowed to be her next Bioware. She was mooing, basically. She was doing a Booty Adams, and she was mooing, trying to get free review codes, free stuff, free whatever. And look at her now, admitting that she's trying to get free stuff, free press, free whatever. And you know what's hilarious? She admits, I didn't screenshot it, but she admits later down on her Twitter page that this is how she remains relevant on social media. This is how she says that in order to stay successful or to even have a chance, she needs to be able to have access to this stuff. Since when? Why can't you buy your own games? Why can't you run a successful channel that makes all the money in the world to be able to buy your own games instead of having to rely on the company to give it to you for free? But hold on, here's the part about her being an actual liar and a grifter. This is the best part of the video, so shout out to all you guys who are still here. Unifadewalker, in her supposed review for Avowed, said that she never watched Avowed, she never knew anything about Avowed, literally knew nothing about Avowed. She was going in on a clean slate, never once watched anything, never once saw anything, right? Well, here's the beautiful thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. She accidentally showed her YouTube homepage like a retard. And if you look at her YouTube homepage, you're going to see that she watched not one, but 2 videos about Avowed. And guess what? They're not the recent one. They're not the recent one that she went over. It's from 7 months ago. One of them is from a year ago. You know how you know she watched? Because there's a red bar on the bottom proving that she did, right? When you watch a YouTube video and you go back to the thumbnail is going to have a red bar on the bottom showing how much of it you watch. She watched it from beginning to end. And this came out 7 months ago and a year ago. She could have watched it recently, to be fair, but that still proves that she did indeed watch and know what Avowed was before the review, which means that that review that she put, or not really a review, that video she made reacting to the supposed story trailer that was just released recently, let it be known that she's full of shit. Let it be known that she was lying to people about never watching Avowed, never knowing what it was, never having a clue, because she had a clue. She knew what it was, she watched it, and she very clearly was prepared in hoping that she can get some sort of free access from her, reaction to the Avowed stuff. That was a job application. That wasn't anything close to a reaction. It was a trenders job application and nothing more than that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, just to end it off and let you guys understand exactly who this kind of person is, this is what I wrote. I says, as predicted by myself in my video, I said that Unifadewalker seemed as if she was trying to put out a job application in the obviously fake reaction video that she did to Avowed. She claimed in the video that she never seen anything Avowed related and had no idea what it is, but then shows her actual video history, proving that she watched videos before that reaction, thus lying about it. Pictures attached. These trenders are some of the ultimate real grifters in the gaming space, and obviously Shill went moo for that access. Ladies and gentlemen, Unifadewalker is the ultimate grifter, is the ultimate liar, and she is out here pretending as if she knew nothing about Avowed. But at the end of the day, what I think really happened is that Avowed reached out to her probably a few weeks ago and decided to try to do something together and asked her to make a video reaction to the trailer. And how does she do it? She tries to do it in a manner that makes it seem authentic, that makes it seem like she's never seen this before, but she's totally excited. You know what I mean? She's totally like won over. She's going to buy it day one. Yeah, she's not doing any of that, ladies and gentlemen. She's quite simply going to get a free review code that was offered to her weeks ago. The company reached out to her weeks ago, and she made this BS authentic supposed video, only to come to find out that she was lying throughout the entire thing. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I will see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out. And also, Unifadewalker, if you really want to be a man, stop acting like such a bitch.